I'm here before you today not as a victim, but as a voice for the integrity and necessity of journalism. On Sunday afternoon, I was attacked because of the reporting done by myself and my members of the team at Red FM. The physical injuries that I sustained, including an injury to my eye, the retina is under a risk of severe damage, and these injuries are for sure painful. But what wounds me more deeply is the intent behind this assault, a clear attack on journalism and on the free press. This was not a personal attack on me alone. This was an assault on the very principles that bind us as a free and democratic society. As many of you are aware, I have spent a significant portion of my career reporting on the growing issues of extortion and criminal activities affecting the South Asian communities. Because the hardworking and the successful members of our community are living under constant fear and threat, because it is important for the media to play its role and provide unbiased journalism. The attack I endured was not simply as an act of physical violence. It was a brazen attempt to intimidate, to silence, and to prevent a free press from doing its job. I want to make one thing abundantly clear. I will not be silenced. These cowardly actions will not deter me or my colleagues from continuing our work, nor will they dissuade the press from reporting on matters of public interest. They can break my eye, not the resolve. Journalism is the cornerstone of a free society, and without it, corruption, crime, and injustice would go unchecked. To those who orchestrated this attack and to those who believe they can suppress the truth through violence, I must say, you will not succeed. The truth cannot be hidden. Our role as journalists is to ensure that public is informed and light is shined in the darkest corners of the society, and that those who engage in criminal activity are held accountable for their actions. We live in a rule of law society. I am confident that the perpetrators of this failed attempt to stifle the freedom of speech and a free media will be brought to justice. I am grateful for the outpouring of support I have received from the public, from my colleagues in the media, and from all those who believe in the fundamental importance of a free press. I know that this support will more than words. While unfortunate, I am not the first and sadly will not be the last to face intimidation and violence. This event also serves to remind us that now more than ever, we must stand together to protect journalists everywhere who face threats, intimidation, violence simply for doing their job. Let this unfortunate incident serve as a reminder of the risks many journalists face daily, especially those who dare to speak out against extortions, organized crimes, corruption, and injustice. Let it also be a call to action for greater protection of free press, not just here, but around the world. My management at Red FM is evaluating all available legal options. In conclusion, I remain committed to my work and to the principles of truth, justice, and transparency. No act of violence can change that. Journalism will prevail and the truth will continue to be told.
Laurence with Radio Canada, CBC. You mentioned the individuals came to talk to you. My first question is, first of all, what did they say to you before the attack, and why do you believe that it's related to your investigations and your journalism?
They contacted me when I was leaving from the banquet hall towards my car. They approached from behind and just stopped me to talk. They were not happy with what I reported on Wednesday, the same week, last week.
The 24th.
Yes, when there was an incident at a religious place when 2 people were arrested. So that incident was reported and they were not happy with that. So that was the reason, that was the thing that they talked about.
Do you remember what they said to you?
They just said that it was not accurate. Whatever you reported was not correct, in their own words.
Do you recognize these 2 individuals, or do you know anything about them?
I know one of them, and he has been a friend for the last 7-8 years. We have been meeting at different places. But he was the accomplice in that attack. The other guy attacked me, who I never met before.
Have you contacted police? What are police saying?
The police says that they are still investigating.
Can you tell us more? You said you had a relationship with the quote-unquote accomplice. What was that relationship, and why do you think he was involved in this specific attack?
I can't say why was he involved, but yes, as a community member, we have been meeting at different places, at religious congregations and other political events. He has been there as a member of community. So that's what I have a relation. As a journalist, I am known to many people in my community, so he was one of them.
Can you just specify, when you say community, which community you're talking about, just so we're clear? You mentioned extortion and how you were investigating on crime and extortion. How is that related to the 24th of September when you were reporting on an incident?
We have been watching and having reports of extortions all over Canada in different parts, so that reports are there, and we have our colleagues in Vancouver and Toronto as well, so we are a well coordinated team. The second thing, the gun charges that have been leveled against these 2 guys, they also are being investigated for other charges, allegedly also extortions. I didn't mention anything about that extortion charges against these 2 guys. And now these guys who attacked me, they were trying to say that the guys who have been arrested, they were not the part of their group as such. So they were trying to alienate themselves from those 2 guys. That was their issue.
And you're Jonathan Bradley, Western Standard. So you spoke about the you not being silenced and you not going to give up on your journalism because of this incident. What motivates you to keep fighting? As
I have been doing, this beating or this attack will not silence me. So I will continue reporting what I have been doing for the last 25 years. I have been into journalism since 1999. So during these years, I have never been tried to be silenced. So this type of attack will not silence me for sure, and I will continue as in the past I have been.
So Rishi, have you seen any social media posts before that regarding this issue?
Not really. इस घटना नाल संबंधित ਜਾਂ Red FM ਨਾਲ related कोई issue नहीं सीगा.
Have you linked extortion to a specific group of people?
There was an incident last year when there was, not this year, Nagar Kirtan, the largest Sikh congregation that is held in the month of May every year. So a group did not let us perform on our Red FM stage during that day. A group of people came who stopped our activities on the stage. When I was reporting the other day about this particular incident that happened in the religious place, I mentioned this gentleman who has been arrested at the religious place last night was involved in that group who stopped or stayed at the Nagar Kirtan or the Sikh parade in the month of May. So this gentleman was trying to say that the guy you have been reporting that he was from the group who stopped your stage was not part of that group.
Hi, Isaac Lammer here, True North. I'm wondering whether you can speak to your impression of the police response, and more specifically, whether you plan to employ any additional or different security measures for yourself in the future.
No, I have full faith in my police, in Calgary police. They are doing diligently, and when I called 911, they were there in couple of minutes, and after that, I have been apprised that things are going on. They are investigating. If you have anything to be worried about, just let us know. So I have full faith in police, and they are doing their work.
ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ, ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਰਜ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਜਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਅਰੈਸਟ ਕੀਤਾ?
I haven't received anything as yet, but yes, today I got this information that they are still investigating.
Rishi, first of all, I just want to know how are you doing now?
Yeah, Pupinder ji, thank you very much. I'm doing good. My left eye, as you can see, is damaged, and the report from the doctor says that I'm under risk for retinal detachment and risk for choroidal rupture. And since there is a lot of blood inside the eye, and they can be clearer next Monday, October 8th.
The other thing, my question to you, as you said, that they have approached you and they said that your story is not accurate. Did you ask them that what is the accurate story?
No, I didn't ask them anything.
For those of us who are maybe more unfamiliar with the story, can you tell us more specifics about this group? Does the group have a name that you've mentioned a couple times? And also, specifically beyond them saying they weren't part of this group, can you say what they took exception to in your story?
There is no particular group. There are, as you might know, there are thousands of people in that Sikh parade, and it is every time it is organized at the Prairie Winds Park. So there are hundreds and thousands of people there. So a little group of people came, and they just stopped our activities on the stage that were going on. So they did not let others come before the stage, and they stopped our activities. When we announced on stage that we are no longer going to perform, then they left. So there is no named as such for this group.
So I'm wondering if you can kind of walk us through, just from what you remember and what you feel comfortable sharing, of kind of walking outside with these two men, and then of course what happened and coming to, and just take us through kind of all the steps that you remember.
Yeah, sure. So I was attending a political event inside the banquet hall. At around 2:55, I just got a phone call. I came out of the hall to listen to my phone call, and then I met a gentleman there in the hall, in the waiting hall. Then I was to attend another event, so I left that hall towards the parking lot, and these two gentlemen were waiting behind. When I was speaking to the other guy, they kept standing behind me at a distance, and when I started walking towards my car, they sneakily followed me. When I was about to reach my car, they just called me from back. I turned, and it was just a 1 minute talk, and the gentleman started giving me blows, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. And do you remember, like, did you pass out or anything, or did you come to? What happened after that? You called the police pretty immediately, right?
Yes, when he gave me the first blow, my spectacles went off, and then the second blow came right into my eye, and then everything was dizzy. I fell down, and I couldn't remember how many blows he gave me. He just targeted my head and face, gave blows after blows, and then I somehow got up and I again fell down. And then a car came and two gentlemen came out of that car. They immediately fled the scene. The other guys who came from the car, they picked me up. They consoled me. Then I came to my senses. Then I said, where are my specs? Where is my phone? So he gave me, and then he took me to the car where I called 911.
With Canada being, you know, the official languages English and French, you know, many of the major media don't speak your language. So the importance of what you're doing to cover issues and events in the South Asian community are important, and you've been doing it for 30 years. Are you afraid now to continue doing the journalism, or is it more important than ever?
Not at all. As you just mentioned the last sentence, it is more important now. So I will continue, and my team is very resolute, and my management is at my back. I'm overwhelmed with the response that I got from my team and my management. And as I mentioned in my statement, they can break my eye, they cannot break my resolve.
Does any of this have anything to do with the assault that you suffered and the reporting from the previous Wednesday? Does this have anything to do, or how much does it have to do with the pro-Khalistani movement? I mean, is this a political assault?
No, I don't think this is political, and in Canada we have the freedom of speech. As I mentioned, that journalism, whatever we are doing, it is freedom of press and freedom of expression. I don't have any reservations with that, so anybody can have his or her views. So I don't think this has to do anything with that.
As we have seen in the video, they approached you from behind with a big smile on their face, and it seems like they came just to talk to you. While talking that time, do you have any intuition or feeling that they're going to attack you?
Not the least, because I knew the gentleman with the light colored turban. So he said, "Hey Rishi ji, how are you?" I'm good. I said, "I'm good." So we just want to talk about the issue that has come up, and I said, "Oh sure, we can have a meeting." And in the meantime, the other guy intervened and the things.
So are they not convinced with your answer, you think?
I don't think anything, but I was I was not aware that they are going to attack me. Yeah.
Very sad news जी, बहुत माड़ा लगा। राजेश हाँ जी, मैं इधरले पास
जी sorry मैंने दिसदा नहीं।
हाँ, that's why I said मैं दसदा नहीं राजेश साहब रंग रेडी तो, but क्योंकि ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਵਾਲੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਤੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਨਿਰਾਸ਼ ਵੀ ਆ, ਦੁਖੀ ਵੀ ਆ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੇ ਇਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਅਟੈਕ ਹੋਇਆ, ਤੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਕਈ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਤੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹੋਗੇ ਵੀ ਐਗਜ਼ੈਕਟਲੀ ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ?
ਮੰਗਲਵਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਧਾਰਮਿਕ ਸਥਾਨ ਤੇ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ 2 ਵਿਅਕਤੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਗ੍ਰਿਫਤਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ, ਉਹਦੀ ਰਿਪੋਰਟਿੰਗ ਮੈਂ ਅਗਲੇ ਦਿਨ ਰੈਡ FM ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀਤੀ। ਉਹਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ 2 ਹਮਲਾਵਰ ਸਨ ਕਥਿਤ ਤੌਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਉਸ ਰਿਪੋਰਟਿੰਗ ਨਾਲ ਸਹਿਮਤੀ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਝ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਠੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਇਹਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਹੱਲ ਕੱਢਣ ਦੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਹਮਲਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਜਿਹਦੀ ਘਟਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੀ ਹੋ ਜੀ, ਜੋ ਕੁਝ ਵਾਪਰਿਆ।
ਕੋਈ ਪੁਰਾਣਾ ਵੀ ਲਿੰਕ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ?
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ। Thank you very much once again for all of you for coming here and taking your time.